Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and we're here in the greatest city in the world, Dania Beach, and you're watching True School Sports.
Well, it's personal between me and you, and I'm going to do you some serious harm, you big stiff idiot.
The untouchable True School Sports Empire proudly presents something the boxing game's been missing. Hey, what's going on? It's your boy BT, and I came here to talk some boxing with the thousands of True School Sports subscribers. Now, listen, man, I made it a point because I feel like over the last 18 months, I've really gotten away from one of the things that made this channel what it is, and that is the responsibility that I have as the voice of South Florida boxing to cover the South Florida fighters. I've been traveling so much between Cali, Dallas, California, Dallas, Texas, Las Vegas. That I barely been in South Florida, the last 18 months. Truth be told, I probably spent about a third or more of the last 18 months outside of South Florida if you add all the days together. So I kind of feel like I've gotten away from that a little bit, but I'm making it a point to really get back to that because I love my South Florida fighters. These are fighters that walk the same streets I walk, so I feel like I have a duty to cover them because a lot of people always say, like, well, there's no boxing in South Florida. We get overlooked. We've had a lot of good fighters over the years, like Glenn Johnson, Randall Bailey, a couple of champions, name a few, and the list goes on and on and on. But in this particular video, I wanted to talk about a fighter that I've never made a video about from South Florida. I've known about him for years. I never made a video about him. And it's crazy that I never made a video about him because I met him. I've sat next to him at events. He has probably one of the coolest nicknames in boxing, and that is none other than the Alien King himself, Aaron Aponte, one of South Florida's very own, and to be more specific, one of Hialeah Garden's very own, Aaron Aponte. Now, for those that know, and for those that don't know, who is Aaron Aponte and why is BT talking about him? Now, at this juncture in time, at this moment in time, Aaron Aponte is a 21-year-old prospect in the 140-pound division. He's 6-0 with 2 knockouts. Still very much a work in progress at this moment in time. But Aaron Aponte, very tall for the weight class, 6 feet tall, a 6 foot tall 140-pounder. Good frame for the weight class. This is also Aaron Aponte that, as an amateur was 98-18, 5-time national champion. Spar with the likes of Gervonta Davis, Luis Chucho Melendez, and Michelle Rivera. So very experienced, has a lot of athletic gifts, was a baseball player growing up, also played a little bit of football, American football, as a defensive back. So he has a lot of athleticism, and that really shows itself on when you watch him fight. He has very nimble feet, very good reflexes. When he puts his punches together and he really, really commits to a shot, I mean, he has a good right hand. My only I was literally, before I did this video, I was literally just watching this fight with the guy's name is Luis Leon Martinez. They just fought Mexico back in June, and he won the fight by split decision. But I scored the fight 4 rounds to 2, but it was a close fight, and there were some chinks in the armor as you would expect with a prospect at this stage. But I would like to see Aaron, because he's a taller 140-pounder. So I would like to see Aaron moving forward. Instead of having a high guard all the time, and instead of waiting and moving your head and kind of just waiting for a big counter punch, I would like to see him use that lead hand. He's a orthodox fighter, so that lead left hand to probe and kind of use it as a rangefinder more, and kind of just do things when you're not punching to fight off of that size that you have. I feel like these are some of the things that I haven't really seen as much from him in the couple of fights I've watched in the pros. But a good fighter, a lot of tools there. He also happens to be managed by one of the best managers in boxing. So I think he's in great hands and the great and the incomparable Peter Kahn. I got nothing but good things to say about Peter Kahn. But Aaron is really, really he's got some tools to go far in boxing. He was also, it is worth noting, he was also going to compete in the Olympics, the last Olympics, for Argentina before the pandemic, because he didn't make the USA team. His dad's Puerto Rican, his mother's Argentinian, so he was actually going to represent his mother's country, Argentina, in the Olympics, but he decided to forego that route and go to the pros. So a good prospect. He's fighting on the Canelo versus Golovkin undercard. So hey, when a South Florida fighter is fighting on any card, your boy BT's gonna get fired up. So South Florida, stand up. Highly regarded, stand up. We in the building. We here. Yes sir, yes sir. And he's taking on Fernando Angel Molina. Now apparently, this guy Molina fought on the Chocolatito Julio Cesar Martinez card, but I don't remember watching him fight. So I may have to go back and revisit him. But at this juncture in time, at this moment in time, this will be, probably as far as record is concerned, the best fighter Aaron's fought, because this guy's 8-0. And Aaron's fought a couple undefeated, like 2-0 guys, but nobody who was like 8-0. So on paper, this looks like the best opponent. This guy's 8-0, 3 knockouts. So we'll see what happens to a Mexican fighter. Aaron's last fight was against a Mexican fighter, and it was the toughest fight to date. So we're going to see what kind of adjustments he's made as a fighter, because that's all we're looking for at this stage of his career is improvements and progression. Not stagnation, but progression. Because so I want to see him. Look, I want to see him learn to fight more off of that size that he has for this weight class, because I'm seeing some good things. I'm seeing good punches to the body. I'm seeing him thinking there as far as the counters go. But I want to see Aaron Aponte use that lead left hand as a taller man. Keep an active left hand in his face, whether it be a pro, whether it be an up jab, just something I wanted to do more with that lead left hand when he's not throwing a punch, so that way he can set up new openings, and then for that nice right hand he has. But all in all, I think the best quality I see from Aaron so far, I think, is his feet. He's very good and nimble about getting out the way of punches and things like that. So a lot of progression still needs to be had with him, but the tools are there. He's gotten great sparring. Seems to have a good head on his shoulders. I sat next to him. I sat next to Aaron for like about maybe 30 minutes to an hour back in late 2020 at a local showdown here. I didn't talk to him a ton, but I talked to him enough to where I know he has a good head on his shoulders, and I know that he's a hard worker, and I know that he's trying to make the most out of his boxing career. So listen, as the voice of South Florida boxing, I'm one of South Florida's very own. To be more specific, I'm one of Dania Beach's very own, Broward County's very own. But he's from the other county. He's from Miami-Dade. He's coming to you from the mean streets of Hialeah Gardens. So I'm on the shoulder of my South Florida fighters. So hopefully, looking for a good performance here against Fernando Angel Molina for Aaron Aponte. And we'll dissect from there. But that's the news. That's my video on Aaron Aponte. I had to get this out there on him because I felt like, man, this guy is a South Florida fighter. He signed a Matchroom. He's a guy on the way up. He's fighting on the Canelo Golovkin card. How have you not done a video about him yet? You met him before. You met him, and his mom's a lovely person. So it's like, come on, man, tighten the fuck up, BT. So that's what we're doing. We're tightening up on our coverage of South Florida boxing, because there's a lot of really talented fighters here with great personalities and great stories that you guys should know about. Aaron Aponte is definitely one of them. So on that note, you guys let me know what you think in the comments down below. Make sure you guys take the time to subscribe. And like I say in every single one of these videos, you can love me or you can hate me, but I'm just a kid from Dania. So until next time, take care, guys.
Just like Mayweather's uncles would say, a lot of people don't know shit about boxing. You do. You've done it.
Thank you.
You about the only smart guy that I know, bro. Nobody knows shit about boxing.
I appreciate it, man.
I want to say, man, make sure to follow True School Sports, always covering boxing at the highest level, man, and make sure to subscribe to his YouTube channel. Follow him on Instagram at Just a Kid from Dania as well.
He the plug.